Hello, everybody. Brett Zimmer here to talk a little bit about performance submissions, recorded submissions in Canvas, and some options for making that happen. I use these recorded performance submissions in my band classes, and have actually all year. They would go into practice rooms to make recordings. We'll do our warm up, play through the recorded submission as a group, and then they would go into practice rooms one at a time, and we could take care of 9, 12, something like that, submissions in one class period. So now that the kids are recording at home, as is the focus of this submission, what kind of things can they do when they're at home? They are able to do those recorded submissions really on a daily basis. Not all of them do, but they certainly have the option to do so. So I'm going to show a little bit about how that works. I'm going to start with the submissions that I currently use, and I'm just going to go right into it and show you how it works for us. Again, it has the submission that they're making. I have the number right out of the book. These instructions are the same as I have every time that they do a recording so that they can follow through those directions. What I've added now are these videos because they are playing at home and that we don't get the chance to play it together as a group. I've played it through, made a recording so that they can play along with it and make sure that they understand how it goes before they make their recording. When they go in to do it, and here I'll go into student view to show that and show you what it looks like, again, going into the student performance. And the first thing they have to do that is oftentimes confusing to them is they actually have to submit the assignment now. They think that, I haven't recorded anything yet. Why would I submit the assignment first? Well, that's how Canvas works. So you submit the assignment, looks like nothing happened, but you got to scroll down here. And you can see this is a media submission. That's going to become important later on when I show you a few other options. But this is a media submission. And so when they click on record or upload media, brings up this box, and you can see that it's ready to record. I can start that recording. It's the same thing that students will see, counts down. They make that recording and click finish. They can play it to listen to it. They can title it. And then save it. And once they've saved it and submitted it, and it's all ready to go here, they're ready to submit the assignment. They can make a comment if they want, and then they would submit their assignment here. So I'll show that those steps again. They can resubmit. I'll show the steps again, but in this case, it's the resubmission of the assignment. Again, down here, it's going to say just media because there's only one option, at least in this part of it. When they get in here, there's a few options. They can upload media actually if they want. In this case, I suggest for most students just recording media. I'm going to start recording. Again, they're making that recording, and they finish. They can watch it. They can start over if they want. They can title if they want, or just click save. And now that has brought us back here. We can submit the assignment. Again, they can also put comments in there if they want to do so. Still gives them the option to resubmit. That can be set. I believe that can be set in the Canvas options. I always allow students to resubmit because I want them to continuously get better at their performance. And the rubric is there. Should have mentioned that before, but the rubric is there so they know what they are being evaluated on. So what are other options for submissions? I'm going to go into this one. And I'll go in on the teacher side just so you can see how that looks. And so I'm going to leave student view. We'll come back to that later on. But we'll go in with teacher side so that you can see, again, this top part, all pretty much the same. And in terms of submissions, I've left it as an online submission and media recordings, which is what I had selected before. That's what I had for the other options, so media recordings. still selected. But in this case, I've also allowed file uploads. So with media recordings, you can actually upload media. I had the kids record it right in Canvas, but the other tab that was in that recording was to upload media. And they can actually upload a recording if they have a device they can upload from. Otherwise, you can include file uploads. You can also restrict them if you want, but there's so many, unless you've got a really specific type that you want, you probably want to leave that unchecked. And then you could save that. Then we'll take a look at what that looks like in Student View so you can see the difference from just the media recording. I want to show you this because for some kids, having more options is helpful, but for a lot of kids, having more options is more confusing. And they would actually prefer just to have the one way to go in and do it and know that they're doing it right. Because as you can see, now this has added a lot of options down here. For some kids, that's really going to throw them off. So we still have media. Let me just go back to this because you still have media. And remember that when they went in there, they could record or upload. And so here's record, here's upload. And so that's all still there. You can still do that. But they can file upload here, which they could do in media as well. So depending upon what you're having them do, you may not need that. You got your Google Drive and you've got other options as well. So this may be exactly what you're looking for, but for most people that are going to be looking to record or have students submit a recorded performance of some type, whether that's a music performance or a physical type performance, maybe it's just the audio, whatever that might be. For most cases, this media is going to work. And speaking of that, you can have them submit with just a mic recording, just an audio recording, or just the video recording as well. So I can say, go through the mic options, or go through the mic options, or not have the mic. Well, obviously the mic has to be part of it, so I'm going to go through those mic options. But I can shut the video off, and it can just be an audio recording. So something to keep in mind depending upon what you want to have them submit. And again, the upload media is still there. So those are all the still options, again, if you want to include them. But for a lot of kids, just having that audio or video submission is all that they're going to need. I did have some questions when I've done this presentation before, and one of them was about the submission type and the pluses and minuses to that. What we have been finding with the video submissions is that sometimes they can be a little bit tricky to have them upload at certain times of the day. So if you're having students do it right in the middle of the day, it can be a challenge. So especially, and I should add to that, especially longer performances. So if you get over a minute, it can be especially challenging during high traffic periods of the day. So would strongly encourage to keep those submissions short, especially in this time when a lot of people are using online tools. And if they need to be longer, I would personally suggest having the kids either have a phone nearby recording it as well. So you're recording it in Canvas and you're recording on the phone, or just do a phone recording and then submit that media separately. I've just had a couple of kids that have done it. I've done it myself where I've put something into Canvas and for whatever reason I can't get it to upload, can't get it to confirm, and it gets kind of frustrating when you've put that in. So again, that is certainly not happening most of the time. Most of the time submissions are going through and things are working, but it only takes once for you to be a little concerned the next time you do that type of submission. So you may want to try and keep it as short as possible. Then if they do have to redo it, it's not that feeling of, oh, I've lost a whole bunch of my work. One other thing that came up in a question was about giving instructions to students in the rich content editor. And so if I go into, now I'm back in Teacher View, and I'm going to go into the editing here. And one of the options here is to record or upload media. And there's lots of options here, other places to insert media, which is what I did in the other option, in the other submission, where I had a recording of myself playing. But you can actually record right into Canvas, and you can do it this way. Again, I can start my recording, could be audio or audio and video as it is right now. When I'm done, I click finish, and then I click save, and it appears right here. When obviously I've got all these other options I can go through, but that's not the point of this demonstration. This demonstration is just to show what this video looks like. And so you can see, okay, it's being converted right now. So that does take a little bit of time. But the video would be right there. And so if you want to make a quick video that you want to have as part of your video submission, or your assignment, I should say, in this case, it's a video submission, you can do that right in the assignment. I've been doing mine in YouTube and then pasting those links in, or embedding those videos into the assignments that I create in Canvas. So those were the two big questions. Again, the questions about the embedding this video right into the instructions, and then about the different file types and pluses and minuses of them. Those were questions that came up when we did the live version of this presentation for the PD that we had today. If there are other questions that you have, please let me know. Contact me via email, post the questions in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I am able. I want to thank you for watching, and again, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Have a great day.